Yo, what is good with you, bro? Welcome back to another video, and welcome to the first reaction channel of this reaction video of this channel. Okay, I'm excited for this. All right, I'm excited. I've been thinking about reaction and wanting to make reaction videos for a long while, but the setup and everything, I've been messing around with the setup, the mic quality, making sure the screen recording was actually proper, and it's just, I don't know, I had to like mess around with it a bit, but I think I got it now. So hopefully, you know, the mic's working, the screen recordings work perfectly. You can hear me fine. The mic is here, so if I'm talking like this way, then you know why now. But yeah, today's video we're gonna be watching Billie Eilish says porn destroyed her brain. Okay, so let's get into the video, right? Also, I'm thinking of even like making a separate reaction channel, and then just making that like strictly reactions, and like maybe even IRL videos, vlogs and shit like that. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna just like make a different channel and then just put that channel as strictly reaction videos and keep the channel just like self-improvement and everything, but we gonna see anyways. All right, let's get into the video. Billie Eilish says porn destroyed her brain. Let's get into the video.
This is from the Daily Caller. It says, superstar Billie Eilish opened up about how she started watching porn at around the age of 11 and said she feels watching it has destroyed her brain. The 19-year-old singer shared during an appearance on the Howard Stern show, as a woman, I think porn is a disgrace. I used to watch a lot of porn, to be honest. I started watching porn when I was like 11.
Yeah, 11 is crazy, and that's so young as well, because I even started watching porn at 11. I'm not gonna lie, it was either 10 or 11, or maybe even younger, bro. I don't even remember. And like, that's how long is, like, it's crazy how so many people start young. Like, you start so young, and that's like very bad for the developing brain, like, you know, because you're young and you're developing, your brain's developing. So when you start that young, it's just like, that's fucking you up so much, and it's normalized in today's society, bro.
I think it really destroyed my brain. I feel incredibly devastated that I was exposed to so much porn. I'm so angry that porn is so loved, and I'm so angry at myself for thinking that it was okay. The way that vaginas look in porn is effing crazy. No vaginas look like that. Women's bodies don't look like that. We don't like that. The first few times I had sex, I was not saying no to things that were not good. It was because I thought that's what I was supposed to be attracted to. Okay, I mean, this is... on one hand, if you want to look at...
I thought Billie was going to be talking in this video, but she's not, I guess. I think this guy's just reviewing it. So, fair enough, I guess. This is an old video, so I think it was posted in 2021. So, it's a bit of a year-old video, but it just popped up my recommended, so I decided I should like react to it.
From the pessimistic angle, it is frustrating that some of us have been saying this about pornography for years, and we've been shouted down and mocked and everything. Oh, what's with porn? It's just images on a screen.
Yeah, that's facts. Like, when you talk bad about porn, you get so much, like, you're just like you're looked at weirdly because it's so normalized, and that's not okay. Like, it's so hypersexualized and it's so normalized in our day-to-day world. So when you come out and say like, oh, porn is bad for you and you shouldn't be watching it, people are looking at you like, what the fuck's this nigga talking about? Like, who's this guy? Like, who's he talking to? And like, it's like, that's not how it should be, bro. Like, porn is so normalized, and it's just crazy. It's very crazy.
What's the big deal? It's just a fantasy. Oh, what do you mean porn harms women? Oh, that's silly. That's ridiculous. And now when a 19-year-old pop star starts saying it, people take it a little bit more seriously. So that's a pessimistic angle of it. But, you know, whoever the source needs to be, I'm glad that that this is happening. And she's not the first one. This in fact is what we need. We need people. Yeah, I mean, someone like me, I could sit here all day and talk about that and say what a harm it is. But to a certain extent, it's always going to be dismissed as religious puritanism or whatever. But Billie Eilish, as far as I know, I'm assuming, I could be wrong, I'm assuming not a devout Christian, and she's telling you her own experience. She's not alone in this. In fact, there's a whole generation of people, if you would listen to them, people about Billie Eilish's age, just now becoming adults, and they grew up with this stuff. They are the first generation that grew up with online porn.
That's actually crazy when you think about it, because back then, there was no porn, actually. Back then, there was no porn. There was only magazines. Magazines as escorts and prostitutes, okay? So basically, Back then, you had to go to the store and actually buy the whole magazine paper, the erotic. Is it erotic? I think it's erotic, not exotic. But you had to buy the whole like magazine and like look at the images, and like you had to go through that shame of like going to the store and fucking buying a magazine in front of someone like that. Like, it's like, oh, what the fuck is this guy doing? He's about to go jerk off to some pictures, and then again, it was only pictures. There was no videos. I don't think there was videos. I don't think there was porn websites. So it was literally either buy a magazine or buy a prostitute. Pay for a girl, and like that's how it was back then. There was no porn sites. There was no fucking videos. Maybe there were sex tapes. I don't know, but I don't think they were online on the website. So it's crazy that we are the first generation growing up with this shit. Like, we are the first generation of people that actually have access to the online video format of pornography, okay? And it's just like, that's very fucking mad, alright? And that's so detrimental, because a video, like the whole video and everything, is much more different than just watching the pictures on the magazine, okay? They are different, okay? And the videos is definitely much more detrimental, okay?
And I don't want to hear anything from older people about, oh, what are you talking about? When I was a kid, there's a Playboy under my dad's mattress, that whole canard. I mean, if your dad had pornography under his mattress and he was allowing you to access it, then your dad was a creep. I'm sorry about that. But that is nothing like this.
Facts.
Okay, magazines. Magazine images on pieces of paper. Nothing like the permeation of hardcore porn that young children, I mean, she says at age 11 she started looking at this stuff. So these are prepubescent kids. She says it destroyed her brain. She's right. Now, fortunately, the damage is not permanent. There's a way to overcome it, I think.
Stop watching porn, boy. That's the way to overcome it. Stop watching porn. Eliminate that shit from your life. Stop being your Me Too porn. Just stop watching that shit, man. Stop watching that. Stop consuming that. As much as you keep consuming it, the addiction is just gonna keep happening. Okay, it's like smoking. If you just want to stop smoking, but you keep smoking, what the fuck? You're not getting rid of your smoking addiction. So just stop watching porn, bro. Just literally stop watching that shit.
But there are certain effects that will linger forever, because this is during your formative years. This is before puberty. Your idea of human sexuality is very much shaped by all this stuff that you're watching online. You get a little bit older and you realize that it was shaped in this way and misshaped by it, then that's when you can start to recover. But it does have an effect. That to a certain extent. I mean, I just said a second ago that it's not permanent. I think, in fact, some of the damage actually is permanent.
I'm not sure what he means by like the effects are permanent. I don't know what type of effects are permanent as well. I don't know, but maybe like the effects that may be permanent is like you just have a dirty mind for the rest of your life or some shit, or you over sexualize shit, and that's probably the permanent effect, because in today's society everything is over sexualized, everything is hyper sexualized. Okay, you go into TikTok, basically softcore porn. You go onto like Instagram, social media, softcore porn. People are taking pictures with less and less and less more clothes now. People are taking videos with less clothes now, and it's just like the damage is everywhere, okay? And like maybe that's the permanent damage. I don't know what else would be, but let's see if he says it.
It doesn't doom you to a dysfunctional sex life or dysfunctional relationships your whole life, but there is some permanent damage done because of what these kids are being exposed to, how early they're being exposed to it, how much of it they're exposed to, how often. And so if you listen to the kids, who are not kids now, they're adults, but if you just listen to them, so many of them will say exactly this: I grew up with this, and I wish that I hadn't. I mean, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone who's 20 years old right now and is happy that they've been watching hardcore porn since the age of 8 years old.
You can still find them.
You're going to be hard-pressed to find somebody.
You can still find them. They're out there.
You're going to find plenty of people who have not had this awakening moment that Billie Eilish has, where they realize the damage that's done. But if you ask them if this, if they look back at their childhood, their life, has this helped them? Was that time well spent? Do they wish they had watched even more? I think the answer to all those questions is going to be no. So this is very, very different from the magazine under the mattress deal. These are kids that are exposed to the most grotesque imagery that you can imagine. Like images right from the bowels of hell.
Yeah, that's true. Like, porn is fucking weird, bro. Like, when you think about it, bro, you're literally watching two people just fuck, bro. And it's just like, and the way they're fucking is not the way you're supposed to be. Like, that's not the way, like, sex actually is supposed to look like, bro. And it's just, like, crazy that you can watch this shit at your fingertips, on the screen with pixels and shit like that. And the let's say you started off watching basic porn, okay, and like there's no such thing as normal basic porn, but let's just say like you did, okay, just basic porn, amateur, some shit like that, okay. The more you watch porn, the more weird it's gonna get. Like, the more weirder you're gonna get, okay, and the more you're gonna have these weird fantasies of going into different categories and different topics or whatever they're fucking called, okay, and you're gonna be going into different categories and you're gonna be watching the most fucked up shit ever. Okay, and like you're gonna be watching the most weird ass shit. Like, it's crazy the images that you see from that shit and all that. Niggas be watching hentai and all that shit, and it goes deeper and deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole. And like I can just picture these fucking men out here that are like dirty ass room, everything just the room is just black. They're not letting sunlight in, and they're just fucking low lives with just being the meats every single day. Like, that's just weird, bro. And people like that are out there. And it's just crazy, like, the images you see on these websites, bro, like, it's just so dirty and grotesque, as he said.
That have been brought up and bubbled up, and that our kids are now, their minds are marinating in. For years and years and years. Does that cause trauma? Yeah, it does. And if you don't believe that, then think about, if you heard about a case of sexual abuse where a 10-year-old kid, a 9-year-old kid, was allowed to be in the room while something like what you would see in porn was happening right in front of them, okay? We would all agree that that is sexual abuse, that this is that child is a sexual abuse victim. That he was molested. Even if he wasn't physically touched, he is a victim of sexual abuse and molestation. I think we'd all agree with that. I would hope we'd all agree with that. And that the adults who were performing this sexual act in front of the child should go to prison as sexual abusers. Well, if we could all...
I'm not sure if sexual abuse is the right word to use there, or the right I don't know. I see his point and I see where he's coming from, and it is valid. But maybe, like, sexually traumatized is better. But I'm not sure anyways. I see where he's pointing. I see where it's coming from there, and I see his point. It is fucking weird, and kids shouldn't be seeing that, okay? They should not be seeing that at that age. That is outrageous.
All agree that that is traumatic sexual abuse. Then how is it any different when the kid is viewing this stuff on a screen? Does that magically make it all okay? Does that screen act as some sort of psychological or emotional barrier where the damage that would be done if they were in the same room isn't done anymore? It doesn't make any sense. If you agree that simply encountering those images and viewing an act like this at that age, if you agree that it can be emotionally and psychologically traumatic and damaging and tantamount to sexual abuse, if you agree that that's the case in person, then you should agree with that in when it comes to pornography, which means that we have an entire generation, and now multiple generations, of sexual abuse victims. Like, all of these kids,
you could say that,
are sexual abuse victims because of what they've been exposed to. That's also why I think you can make a very strong argument for banning this stuff, because it is sexual abuse. You're putting this stuff out there where you know that kids not only can access it, but millions of them are
I don't think it's gonna get banned. I won't lie. I'm not gonna lie and sit here. I don't think it's ever gonna get. Maybe it will. Maybe we won't be alive to see that. But the way it's going right now, I don't see this shit getting banned, bro. Like, there's a reason why it's free. Okay, like, there's a reason why it's free. You can go on Reddit, you can go on Twitter, you can go on the websites, bro. Like, it's literally everywhere. They want you to see this shit. They want you to fucking consume this shit at a young age, so it fucks with your brain, bro, and fucks with your developing like stage and everything. And it's like, it's out there for a reason. Like, it's not, I don't see it getting banned. I'm not gonna lie, but like, so yeah, like, especially with the outbreak of like OnlyFans and everything as well. Like, I don't see it getting banned, but if it does, then happy days. But like, all we can do is like spread awareness and help the people that are like fucking indulging in this shit, you know?
Every single day. And you are purposefully making a contribution to that. Contributing to the sexual abuse of children. I think you could ban it on for that reason alone. Listen, hit that subscribe button.
Alright, I think that's the video. Yeah, that's the video done right there, guys. So, he made some pretty good points there. I pretty much agree with everything you're saying. I thought that Billie Eilish was going to be speaking on this. I guess not. He was just reviewing the whole comment she made on it, I guess. But other than that, like, pornography is crazy, bro. Like, it's so normalized in today's society. And it's just everywhere. And, like, everything's so hypersexualized. And kids are just consuming this shit. And it's so bad. And it's just not normal. Like, they should not be seeing this shit, okay? And we shouldn't even be seeing this shit either. Like, it shouldn't be a thing. And it's just like fucking up so many people's mental. And people make money off this. People, like, that's their career. And like, fair enough, but like, I don't think it's just like, it's not that great. It really is not that great, okay? And it's just very damaging to kids and to people that are like consuming this shit. But as I said, I don't see it getting banned. I don't see it really going anywhere. So like, all we can do is just help people that are like fucking stuck in this shit, you know? Free them from the shackles of porn. That's so crazy. Free them from the shackles of porn, bro. That's all we can do, bro. Because in today's society, man, good luck with like banning porn and shit. That's outrageous. But that's the end of this video, and that's the end of this video. I'm gonna end it here. The reaction video, man. Hopefully everything was good, bro. Hopefully the mic was good. Hopefully the screen recording was good. I'm gonna review it all when I'm editing. I'm excited for this shit. I'm pretty sure I might start that other channel and just keep that channel strictly reactions and shit like that, and then keep this channel just self-improvement and all that, like the main channel and everything. So I'm gonna leave it there. With that being said, I'm gonna leave it there then. Always remember that you are destined for greatness. Now go out there and make an impact. Peace.